Everybody knows of the famous tzaddik, the Chassidish Rebbe called Reb Meir'ls. Reb Meir'ls. He was from Przemyśl. And on a Friday night, it was before Kiddush, and he waited and waited and waited and waited. He was standing there, holding his cup, waiting. He waited for a half an hour. And then afterwards he made Kiddush. After Kiddush, they went over to him and they said, "What were you waiting for?" So he said, every Friday night before I make Kiddush, I look around the room and I try to find a trait in every single person at my table, something that they are better than me. A trait that they have that's better than me that I could look up to and I can learn from. The holy Heilige Reb Meir'ls, Przemyśl, the Talmud of the Ber Maim Chaim. He says, and tonight I had a big problem because this guy walked in from across town. He's not frum. He's poor. He's a drunk. He lives in a shack in shambles. And I couldn't figure out for the world of me, I just couldn't figure out what is it about him that I can learn from that he's better than me. And after a half an hour, I said to myself, if I was him, would I walk across town for a half an hour to go hear Kiddush by Reb Meir'ls? No. So he's better than me. He's yearning. He wants a connection. He wants to feel something at Shabbos. You can learn from everybody. And that's what the Sfas Emes says. He says it should say, Havedon es kol adam lekavschos. Judge every person favorably, but it doesn't say that. It says, Havedon es kol ha-adam. Es kol, the entire, ha-adam, the adam. What does it mean? Says the Sfas Emes, and listen to the language. Kasherayim anu adam sheshaga v'chata. You see a person that he makes mistakes and he sins. Al lanu l'daynai lefi oisei ma'aseh yachid. Don't judge him according to what he's doing right now, according to this action. Tzrichim anu l'daynai v'limud oisei lefi michlol midaisav ma'asav atoivim es kol ha'adam hamachriim es hakaf l'tzatzchos. Don't just judge now. You see, you got a snapshot. Look what he's doing. You have to go ahead and judge him and learn everything that ever happened to him, all of his happenstance that happened to him, all of his good maisim that he did, as kol ha'adam, the ganze mensch, the whole person. And then you'll see it'll become balanced out l'kavschus. Even when people struggle, they still have a lot of good to them. And therefore it says, Havedon is kol ha'adam, the ganze mensch. You have to judge the entire person. You'll see it'll be l'kavschus. The Shinyover Ruv said, Shinyover Ruv. You heard of him? He said, Al tihi buzz l'chol adam. The simple pshat is, don't be buzz. What's buzz? How do you say buzz in English? Not get buzzed. Lavuz. Don't push away, machavek, the whole, every person. Don't push away anybody. He says, Al tihi buzz l'chol adam means, even if you see somebody doing something wrong, don't throw away the entire person. Could be he has something that's wrong. Don't machavek the entire mensch, the whole person. Don't push away and reject the entire person just because you see them doing something wrong. And these are good midas that we have, that we don't judge. First of all, al tadan es chavercha means don't judge at all. That's our first thing. Who asked you to judge? Who asked you to judge? If you're going to judge, you better get it right. Havedon es kol adam l'kavschus. You better find a way to do it l'kavschus. But why are we judging? Why do we feel the need to see somebody and I'm now going to judge him? Kedushas Levi says the way we judge other people is the way Hashem judges us on Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur. So if you judge somebody else, mida keneged mida, you better be careful. You're judging yourself. He says very strong. If you see somebody sinning and you say he's a sinner, you also sinned. And Hashem says you're a sinner. If you give rachamim to other people, on Rosh Hashanah, you get rachamim from Hashem. It's such a crazy thing that Hashem is willing to take our judgment of the way we treated and mistreated him and put it in our hands. And if we put in extra ingredients of din, of judgment, and harsh, and we're angry, and there's no excuse for this behavior, Hashem takes that and applies that to our behavior. Chas v'shalom. Nobody wants that. Nobody goes to Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur and says, I'll take din. I think I did very well. I'll take judgment. You look at all the tefillas, and you look at the whole machzer, the whole, what do we say beforehand? Tzvardim Nebuch, they say it for a month. All of the slichas, right? Read the English. We don't say, we've done really good this year. We say, Hashem, we are nothing. Anu, the terrible. But Hashem says, you want to be treated with rachum and chanun? Treat others with rachum and chanun. In the midah that we take care of other people, that's how we get judged. So sometimes Hashem gives us a kid, or a neighbor's kid, or another kid, and He gives us an opportunity to see how we judge. And when we put on our Midos glasses, our marvelous Midos machine glasses, we put on our Uncle Moshe Midos glasses, we put on the Yud Gimel Midos Harachamim glasses, and we see what's happening, and we judge with, must be that he had a very hard life. Must be that this guy has a reason. Must be that he's in pain. He's good. It's very interesting. One of the Ger Rebbes said that the reason why tzaddikim were always called Gitte Yidden, good Jews, this is not because they themselves behaved in a good way, because they looked at other Jews with good eyes. They were Gitte Yidden. They looked at other Jews always with a positive mindset. They had a positivity bias. And they wanted to see good, and they didn't want to see bad, and they wouldn't believe. Reb Meir'ls wouldn't believe that there were people, Machal Shabbos, he saw somebody driving, he said, Oy vey, let's say a kapitel tehillim, they must be Hatzalah, they must be running to the emergency room, somebody must be dying. He didn't want us, don't bring me bad. Can you imagine? And the way that we look at other people, we see them sinning, we see them smoking on Shabbos, we have to be dandan l'kavschus. Either don't be dandan altogether, because who asked you to judge? If you're going to judge, you better find a way to make it l'kavschus, because then you're actually helping yourself in your judgment. Now, you TP parents have changed your eyes, but we have to apply it to your other kids. You have to apply it to other relationships, not just to kids. It's a LASIK surgery, right? Where we're taking away our vision of judgment, and we're throwing it out because it's never helped anybody, and we're just realizing that everybody's struggling, and everybody's good, and everybody's doing their best, and our job is to boost and to see the good, right? What does it say from Reb Nachman? All this from Reb Nachman is Nekuda Taiva. Find the good and build it. Look for the light. Don't look for the darkness, and don't look for the bad. Find a way to complement the good. See the good. All of these kids and everybody, all of us are all struggling. Ein tzaddik ba'aretz asher yaseh toiv lo yechte. And how would you like it if everybody puts on a video of your sin? So what's the difference? We also need rachamim. We also should do better. And we try, and we're also trying, and we're also in galus for a long time, and we're all doing the best that we can, and we're going to try harder, and we're going to do better. And that's the way we have to look at it. And tzaddikim, that's the way they were called Gitte Yidden, because they looked at other Jews with a positive light. And when we become like that, we change our own mindset, and we bring geula to the world, and we see all the good instead of oy vey, all the bad, and all it's horrible, and it's terrible. We see there's different challenges, but everybody's good, and everybody's working together to overcome these challenges, to be there for each other. And veheshiv leiv avos al banim, when the hearts of the parents, you got to go first. Return to your children, no matter what and where they are, then we're zaycha, mida keneged mida, v'leibanim alavaisam, the children's hearts will return to you and to us wonderful parents, so that way we should have them back, and they should all, together with us, be zaycha to hear the footsteps of Mashiach come. B'mehira v'yameinu. Amen.